Welcome to this edition of the Lucid Quest Hematology Strategic Roundup, covering developments from July 13 through August 14, 2026. The defining story of this reporting period was the accelerating competition to establish the next generation of multiple myeloma treatment platforms. The market is moving beyond individual product launches toward broader platform strategies, where long-term leadership may depend on mechanism, treatment sequencing, evidence generation, and the ability to integrate therapies across evolving care pathways. Several developments pointed to this shift, with 4 themes standing out. The first theme was the emergence of multiple myeloma as a platform competition landscape. BMS advanced its CELMoD strategy through regulatory progress for mesogdomidide and accelerated approval of Zembexis, while J&J continued strengthening its bispecific antibody position through Tecvayli and Talvey development. These advances suggest that companies are competing not only to demonstrate clinical activity, but also to define where their mechanisms fit within future treatment sequences. The key uncertainty is which platforms will achieve durable positioning, as long-term success may depend on sequencing flexibility, treatment burden, and real-world adoption. A second major theme was the expansion of advanced therapies into earlier treatment settings. Earlier line development is becoming a central competitive battleground because therapies introduced sooner may influence larger patient populations and shape clinical decision-making. However, moving therapies earlier also increases the importance of comparative evidence and long-term treatment strategy. It remains uncertain how physicians will ultimately sequence increasingly complex combinations of immunotherapies, targeted agents, and cellular approaches. The third theme was the continued expansion of precision hematology through mechanism-based innovation. Developments in genetically defined leukemia, lymphoma, and sickle cell disease highlight growing investment in therapies designed around specific biological drivers. These approaches may create opportunities in specialized patient populations, but their impact will depend on effective patient identification, diagnostic capabilities, and clinical adoption. The final theme involved the growing importance of clinical execution and evidence generation as competitive advantages. Partnerships focused on improving trial capabilities and advancing emerging programs demonstrate that scientific innovation alone may not determine commercial success. Companies will need to generate convincing evidence, identify appropriate patient populations, and demonstrate how new therapies provide meaningful value within treatment pathways. The uncertainty remains whether early-stage platforms can translate biological differentiation into practical clinical adoption. Looking ahead, we will be watching how CELMoD therapies position within evolving myeloma treatment sequences, how bispecific antibodies perform as they move earlier in disease, and whether precision hematology programs can demonstrate meaningful differentiation. We will also be monitoring whether emerging platforms can establish value beyond regulatory approval through stronger evidence and clearer roles in clinical practice. The key takeaway is that hematology competition is increasingly becoming a race between platforms rather than products. The strongest strategic signal from this period is that future leadership may be determined by which approaches can combine clinical benefit, sequencing value, and integration into increasingly complex treatment ecosystems. Thank you for joining this edition of the Lucid Quest Strategic Roundup. For more healthcare market intelligence and strategic analysis, visit www.lucid.com.